This is Bob Chambers, the Multimedia Guy, and in this video we're going to be taking a quick look at Play It 2. So we'll just go quickly through it. Double click here to open that, and here we are with the open screen. First thing we want to do is create a project if you don't already have one. So we click here to create a project, and we can just call it anything we like. Click there to get it started. The next step is to add a background image, and we can load an image here. Let's load this one right here. Click there, and if it's not quite as big as my screen like it is right now, let's just go down here, click there, and that then covers the entire screen. If I'd like to add background extra images in the foreground, I can do that by let's just put this one on here. As you can see, here is the image. I can move it around. I can resize it on the screen itself. The next step is to let's do some drawings. Let's do a button. Let's create a button, and what we're going to do is make this button into a three-dimensional button. So we can just choose that by clicking here. We'll make it a big image. There you can see we have a three-dimensional. Let's just put a little text on there, and we'll just choose the text here, which is "This is text." And then you can see we have the text on there. Now, the important thing about Play It is that we can do a number of hotspots on the screen itself. And so let's just create a hotspot right here, and you can see that there's a hotspot. We actually have a square hotspot or a elliptical hotspot. So we can use either one. Right click, and we can either assign an action, we can edit the action, or remove the action. We can of course put in global hotspot options, which what that does is it allows all of the hotspots to have some type of notation so that people know where they are. Let's just take a look at the assigned actions, and as you can see, these up in here are all mouse click actions. So when you click the mouse, you get, and let's just show you, a number of different action items. And when you choose an action item, usually on this side, then there's going to be something to add to for the notation that the person is using. Down in here, we have the mouse over actions, which we can see right here, and there's, because of the different nature of mouse over, we only have a few of the action items that we're going to choose. So let's just cancel that, and take the next step is, of course, we could save the image here, right here, and we save it as we'll just make that home page, and so we've saved it. We could make multiple pages and put navigation tools such that people could navigate between pages. And of course, we showed you the creating the text. We could also, with the text, let's just click here, and let's move that action item over there, and you can see the text that we have in there. We could actually change the text to what we'd like to have, both in font style, size, and the color of the text right in here. So those are the steps that we can use to do extra things. And of course, you can see I can move items around. I can move this text information around. This text information around. I cannot move this once the button's been made, because that is now merge that with the background information. But I could change the text there, and of course the hotspot. And once I've done all of that, I can, as I've shown you, I've saved it. I can go over here and create the Make It Play It software. And in here we would put in our information. We put in our copyright information, and we can change the version. We can go over here and click on the different fonts to change the font sizes and types. We can change this banner, and we can of course change this banner. We can put in URLs to when someone clicks on these banners to take them to that area, we can change this logo, the logo picture. And so we can put on our own title and subtitle. We can also, of course, we put on our copyright information. In here, we put in the file name that we would use to open the file. We can password protect the file. And we can also will be able to brand various items in there. And of course, this is the branding password that we have. Now, another great feature of PlayIt is that we have an exit up URL. And that is a URL we put in here that sends people to a website to check to see if there's been an update for the software itself. So this gives you a chance to have the software automatically check to see if there's an update, and if there's an update, then that will give that information to the user. We can also add the ticker tape URL, so we put that information in here. And of course, down in here is where we allow the editable information for the branded URLs. And finally, down in here, we can choose the type of player we want. Up in here, we have the capability of choosing a background image for the loading page. So we can just click right in here and do that. And there's a whole bunch of other little effects that we could go into. But this gives you a quick idea of what you get using the capabilities of PlayIt 2.